Right now. Okay, so my name is Anna Spredig, and I'm the founder of annaspredig.com, and I'm an addiction psychologist, a specialist in disordered eating, and a coach. And I've got the pleasure to be here today with Alison, who has volunteered to do a deep coaching session with myself. So we can have an example of what it's like to have a deep coaching experience, and also to give an example of where you can actually go when you think you've got a current struggle, and the more you actually uncover and reveal, you actually experience that there's a whole different usually a whole different struggle going on underneath what you think you're struggling with. So we're just going to have a about an hour and a half together today, and let's dive right in, okay? Mm-hmm. So I just want to kind of set a little bit of a context and to put some ground rules in place to make this a safe space. This is deep coaching, so that means that I probably take you to places, or that we may go to places where you may have a lot of emotions coming up. Mm-hmm. So you are always in control. You can always turn the flame up or down. And if you feel like this is too intense, and you're not ready to go there, or you don't want to go there, that's absolutely fine and cool. And you just let me know. Is that okay with you?
Yeah.
Okay. And I also want you to know that I'm human, so that I haven't figured it all out. I'm not an expert in everything. I know a couple of things, but I'm also human, and I've got my own struggles. So when I feel that this is appropriate and this can benefit you, I want to bring myself as well. I don't want to hold back.
Yeah.
And I'm inviting you to do the same. So whatever it's popping up for you, whatever you experience or feel or think about, I want to invite you to bring all of you. So all of you is welcome. Are you up for that?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Alison, I just want to start with hearing a little bit more about what it is that you're currently struggling with, what it is that you currently, you may feel you keep running in against, or the wall that you're facing, or, anything that you kind of feel that it's not quite 100%, that you're not 100% satisfied with.
So that would be like the way I treat myself with food.
Mm-hmm.
In general, at this current moment, it feels really nice and loving what I'm doing, and I've never done anything like this before. And I'm sure it's like, even though I don't participate in the groups that we're on, but reading the inspiration and the emails and being part of it has inspired me in some way, that I've taken some leaps forward.
Mm-hmm.
Go
on.
And I'm sick of hearing myself say, I want to do all these things that are really loving for myself, and it's never ever followed with any action. And just since Thursday, it's like small but huge steps. So, and I haven't snacked or binged of an evening since then.
Mm-hmm. Wow, good for you. So do you want to share a little bit what your relationship with food, your relationship with your body, your relationship with yourself was like?
Oh God. So I think it's more to do with the relationship with my body. Oh God. When I look in the mirror, not entirely much now, but I can feel sick and repulsed by the sight of myself in the mirror. And it's always me abdomen area as well. Like, I've had babies, and it's not like I'm 40 years old. I try to talk, saying, like, you're not going to be a spring chicken, you're not going to have a flat tummy, but I don't know what that is, why I feel a need to look this perfect way to feel happy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's connected to, in order for someone to want me or desire me, I need to look a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So what does it feel like to say that out loud right now?
It, well, I just think, oh God, because like you go about your life, that's the stuff I hide away.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I really feel that this is a big part for you.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's like when you look in the mirror, you know, at some days you kind of feel like, oh my God,
Yeah.
who is this?
Mm.
And, you know, I have days where I look in the mirror and, you know, I don't go like, who are you? You're looking hot. But I also feel that there's a deeper level of how you're relating to yourself.
Mm. Yeah.
And that there's some attachments or associations with what it means to be a certain way or a certain size or have a certain figure.
Mm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if they're like, you know, society's tags, you know, all the stuff we read and grow up with and perfect body and and it's funny, you know, because when I'm in an intimate relationship with a man, in my head I'm always thinking that they're looking at the next girl there and there and there that I perceive to be more attractive than me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it really gets in the way of that relationship and that connection, because I'm just like, oh, she's prettier, he's looking at her, he wants her, he doesn't want me.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll probably come back to that I really feel that I'm not good enough or worth loving or
So you've got a very very good insight in what's kind of going on for you, and also in what is getting in the way of actually what are you saying? Actually having an open heart into receiving love, I guess.
yeah,
Oh yeah, what's happening there?
that's absolutely it. And it it gets to me because I give it out so much.
Mm-hmm.
There's still that little part of me that is unable to receive it.
Because
Oh.
what was the first, you know, what's the first thing that pops into your mind when I say, you know, I was unable to receive it because what's that one there?
This is what comes in my mind because it hurts.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That love hurts.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
But that can't be true, right?
So hold on a second here. Because you're really touching on something very powerful here for you. And I see you, I know you, I've known you for a while, and I see you. I know you've got a very open heart. And you've got such an open heart that, you know, we are like 10 minutes in and you're already showing your vulnerability. You're right there. And I see you giving so much love in the world. And and wanting to do so much good. And yet there's this part that believes that you can't be loved, that you cannot receive that love. That it hurts, that it's dangerous. Is that right? Mm-hmm. Take a deep breath here, Alison. Mm-hmm.
The trouble is, I don't know where the hell that comes from.
You sure you don't know?
All I can think of is maybe I don't know how a little girl or me as a little girl would have been thinking, but you know, when your mum or people around you that your family that hurt you, that are supposed to love you, I don't know if that's what I've made up there.
Mm-hmm. So are you open to sharing a little more about what your experience of love was as you were growing up?
Yeah. So that would be like screaming, shouting,
Mm-hmm.
like mental and physical abuse. Impatience, like you're in the way or you're a pest, or yeah.
Mm-hmm. And is that where you as an adult count as love?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Not at all.
Mm-hmm. So at some level, you know, the early experience, and you know, we all know how shaping our early childhood experience are. You know, your first experience of love and what it means to be loved is more traumatic than actually being safe.
Mm-hmm. So then my next experience of love would have been like sexual.
Mm-hmm.
So as an 8-year-old, there was abuse in that way in the family, with me and my sister.
Mm-hmm.
But then as a teenager, that's where I've seeked love then.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And often for women is, you know, and I totally count myself in there, is that, you know, we can get to a place where we kind of, you know, from early experiences where our body becomes a way of attracting love. Whatever love, whatever our concept of love is. And And often that is the we don't really know what love is, right? I'm 32 years old soon, and I don't even often know what love is, right? It changes. And in relation, your love to your partner is different than the love to your child. And the love to your friend is different than the love you have for your parents or lack of, whatever, right?
Yeah.
So there are different levels, and we've mistaken what it means to be part of, to belong, to feel important, to feel valuable, with really, loving someone, right? And as children, all we want, our deepest desire, is to be part of, is to belong. It's a fundamental human need to be special. And when we have experienced where our body has become the object of desire, we start making that bridge, that this is what is valuable about me, or not.
So then that's like, so the body isn't that way anymore. It's not desired. So there, I devalue myself because I don't know.
Not necessarily. And there are different associations you can make with your body, and really that doesn't really matter. What is important is to actually understand, or to see that you give a lot of meaning about who you are, about your worth and your value to what your body looks like. So you're attaching a lot of personal meaning about who you are, about yourself, to what your body looks like.
Yeah, that's it.
Does that fit? Does that land for you?
Yeah.
So when you look at other girls or other women, what do you see? What does your mind say? What are the comparisons?
Like pretty or beautiful figure, but I'm jealous.
Jealous of?
Because that's how I'd want to look.
Mm-hmm. And what is the idea of, if you only look like this, then what would happen? What is the dream on there?
Well, I'm all right with everything else if I was about 2 stone lighter.
Then what?
I think then I would feel happy.
Mm-hmm. And what would that happiness look like for you? Or in other words, what would be different in your life from where you are right now, and how you're living your life, and how you're feeling in your life, compared to, if you only be 2 stones lighter?
Well, I don't think anything would change apart from the self-conscious, and I hide myself under my clothes.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't feel like complete freedom.
Okay.
I don't feel that I have to be particular what clothes I'm picking and how they fit on my body, and usually I'll buy things that are bigger to hide it away.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you would feel more freedom, and okay. What else?
Confident.
So you'd feel more freedom. You would
like like taller, walking taller.
Okay.
Instead of self-conscious. What's the opposite of self-conscious?
Well, confident, and also it sounds like you'd be owning yourself more.
Oh yeah.
You kind of be standing more in your power.
Yeah. And that's that part. The outside is a barrier because I can feel all that about who I am on the inside, or all the assets and qualities that I've got that aren't physical. But then the outside doesn't match.
And how come?
Because when I look at me, who I am on the outside, I think I'm ugly, I'm fat, and that's what goes on about the outside. That I'm unacceptable the way I am. To who? Oh.
So there's a discrepancy. Because what I heard you say is that on one hand, you're really feeling that your internal, your qualities, your assets, you feel really strong and powerful and confident about them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yet, you're really judging yourself very harshly for what you look like.
Okay.
So how do those two go together?
Well, they really don't, do they?
So what's stopping you? What's holding you back? How come you're not having that freedom, that confidence, that feeling good inside and outside? How come you're not having that in your life?
I don't think I'm allowing myself to. I don't know what's getting in the way. I can't say it's the food because I'm binging and treating myself bad with food, because just right now I'm not. And through all the emotional upset at the weekend, I really, really took care of myself and loved myself through those feelings, and came out the other side, which felt really strong and powerful, and I can feel that. And when I say it, I mean it, and then I'll glance in a shop window and go, oh. So
what goal are you following when you're, when life is happening and, difficult feelings come up and, life is just, it's just life. And you're in the middle of this and you're choosing to love yourself. You're choosing to behave in a way that nurtures you, that fuels you, right? And you say and you feel stronger, you feel more confident, and what goal are you following when you do this?
So the goal is for the inside and outside to match.
And then how would that be for you? how would that, if that were happening, if they were matching, how would that leave you feeling? What would that bring you?
Well, all the things we talked about, if I lost 2 stone. But I don't need to lose the 2 stone to feel that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
are you saying that, if you're nurturing yourself and if you're taking care of yourself, and if you're making loving choices around food, and I imagine it also goes into your lifestyle, you actually experience the very thing that you were trying to experience if you were only to lose stone. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How does it feel right now? Take a deep breath here.
I feel alive. I'm breathing, I'm sharing. That makes me feel alive, even in the mess.
Mm-hmm. There are a couple of things I want to touch on. But right now, as you were saying, I feel alive. I don't know why, but I got a hint of sadness in there.
Yeah.
So if someone says to me, I'm alive, I feel alive, I usually have a person in front of me who's like, I feel so alive. Eyes are like wide open and sparkling, and it's an energy. And you were just giving me like, I feel alive.
Yeah.
And it might just be me, so I just want to check that out. But somehow your energy that you just brought into being alive, I don't know if that is aliveness for you, then I don't want to know what flatline is like for you.
Yeah.
So I'm just curious of what else is there.
Yeah. Sadness.
Sadness. Mm-hmm. Do you want to share some more, or rather not?
About the sadness, or
wherever you feel like you kind of would be most meaningful to you. You see, there's what you were saying about looking in the mirror.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of making the connection that I don't have to wait until I weigh or lose 2 stones in order to experience that confidence and that standing and that freedom. that actually it's about nurturing yourself in the middle of anything, like in the middle of struggle, in the middle of, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And yet, on the other hand, when you look in the mirror and when, those thoughts are coming and you're engaging in them and you're believing them and you're buying into them, you're following a very different goal.
Yeah.
Because when you do that, I bet the binging is not far off.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And then it becomes like a downward spiral. And then
Mm.
you probably cheat yourself and talk really, really badly to yourself for binging or for eating bad food. And you're also, by doing that, you're keeping the very thing that you scrutinize, you're keeping that alive.
Yeah.
So what goal are you committed if you're buying into the self-talk, into the very negative self-talk?
Mm-hmm. Say that again, sorry.
What goal are you committed if you're buying into the negative self-talk? When you do make food choices or eat in a way that she's going to leave you feeling like crap.
Well, not the goal that I say I want. It's all the things I fear, isn't it?
Like what?
That I'm not good enough, or I'm not worth loving, or I'm not attractive, or I'm going to be a failure in my business, or.
Mm-hmm. So you're kind of creating evidence that all those beliefs are true.
Mm. No.
I know. Right? And this is like when I start binging, or when I started to be on the whole journey, I was binging for a while without I made it my mission that every time I binged to not go down the whole self-scrutinizing route, to learn to accept myself in the middle of what I consider as my most ugliest and most repulsive, most disgusting me.
Okay.
And this is what does a trick, and what I see and what I experience myself is doing the trick. To have a goal that is bigger than all of this.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, it was compassion, to have compassion with myself, no matter freaking what. And to also know that, there may be times where I don't know how to manage life in any other way, where I don't know how to deal with my internal world in any other way. And until I learn other ways of doing it and committing to practicing those other ways, there may be food that's there for me.
Mm-hmm.
And the question is that okay? Can you accept and also love this part of yourself? Can you have compassion with yourself that yes, you may, that may be an ongoing learning or journey for you.
Yeah.
To look in the mirror and to be okay with yourself.
Yeah.
To really let love in and open yourself up, because it's scary.
Yeah, I can do that. If you don't mind me asking, what kind of things did you do?
In terms of what?
Like to be good to yourself in the middle of it all.
So what I did was I shared.
Yeah.
And there were a few moments, like two, that were really, really powerful. That I was in the middle of a binge, and someone Skyped me. And usually, this is my time, so I'm hiding, I'm isolating, I'm not, I don't want to have any contact because I'm so ashamed of what I'm doing, totally ashamed. And I knew that, if I want to have a different experience, and if I want to stop this, I have to get into connection. And I answered, and she saw me, all the shit around me. I was crying and crying and crying, and she just looked at me with eyes, with love. And there was a moment where it kind of clicked, and I thought, well, if someone can hold me and kind of stay with me, and it looks like she is not repulsed by me, then there has to be something about me and not about what I do. Yeah. Because this is the difference. It's a behavior. It doesn't mean anything about who you are. But we make it mean something about who we are. We make it mean we are failures. We are worth crap. We can't do anything. We are not even human beings because we can't even eat like a normal person. Yeah. Look at them making all those comparisons. Mm-hmm. And the second moment was when I met my partner, and he walked into. We met, and I had my whole wall plastered in little affirmations and angel messages and all sorts of things, and then a mirror having my affirmations: you're beautiful, you're loved, and all that stuff. And I had a choice of taking it all down because I felt too embarrassed, or sticking with it and allowing myself to be seen. And he went to the bathroom, and I was just like, oh my God. So now he's going to wash his hand, he's going to look in the mirror, and he's going to read all this stuff. And he's going to come out, and he's going to say, I've got to go, it's late. No, you never.
I've got some of them on my notice board in the kitchen.
So I wonder what it would be like, when you're in a relationship to share with your partner what's going on in your mind and your fears, and allowing your partner to become a witness of your vulnerability, of your humanness.
I think I could go there. Not that I'm in a relationship now, but I do believe I could do that now because I've seen all the mistakes that I made in the last one. So even though it was really painful, it was kind of a blessing, really. Mm-hmm. How you see how you behave, it's less about them and how I acted, all the stuff I did. Mm-hmm. If I hadn't been with this man, I would never have found any of that out. Mm-hmm. So even though it was hard to lose him and it was painful, and there's a lot of good that's come out of that as well for me. Mm-hmm. It's not always nice things, is it? With all that stuff about yourself, what you do. Like, even if someone talks to me in a release, like we're just talking and it's not getting anywhere, all that stuff is straight up for me. It's up immediately.
And when you say stuff, what exactly do you mean?
So like insecurity, okay. Suspicion, like they're telling lies, they don't mean what they say, and just feeling scared.
And if we would have that conversation in a year's time, right? And you'd be, we'd be on the phone, and you say, "Oh my God, Anna, I can't wait to tell you what happened since we last spoke." The stuff that we were saying about love and relationships, and how I struggle to allow love in, and to feel secure in who I am and being with another person.
Yeah.
What would you be telling me? And play full out here, okay?
Okay. I'd be saying, well, I fucking did it. I allowed someone in to love me, to be seen, to be known. All of me.
And how would that feel like?
It would feel
Keep your eyes closed and really connect with that feeling.
so the picture in my mind is just sat with someone on the couch, wrapped up with each other, just feeling safe and content and happy.
So the scene, so what it looks like is being close with someone on the couch.
Oh.
And what would it sound like? What is like the kind of sounds that you'd be hearing? So really try to picture that, what would it smell like? What would it, we have the feeling. What would you be doing?
I think we'd just be talking. The telly on in the background, the candles on. Oh, just dead intimate and loving. Just getting to know one another and talking, connecting.
And what were the steps that you took in order to make that happen for you? In order for you to really allow yourself to drop into that, to drop the defenses. Because at the end of the day, all those comparisons, they're all defenses, right? To keep you away, to keep the love away.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. So, what was you asking me, sorry?
What were the steps that you took throughout the year in order to allow you to, to be comfortable, to sit on that couch, fully open?
So I think the steps would be revealing more about what's in me that holds me back, like sharing that. I think practice being seen and known by other people. Like a little trial run in my little monthly group. Well, in fact, I do it there anyway. It's just when it's, I don't know, so it'd have to be with someone intimate, so I don't know, I'll just have a go. It's about having a go, isn't it? Trying.
Because I see you do that in lots of relationships, right? So you're very good at being open and sharing and
it'd be
turning yourself inside out.
Yeah, it'd be different in a man, woman, someone who likes it would be different.
Mm-hmm.
because all my stuff's there: defense, suspicion, insecurity. I'm not sure. Well, I think one step I could take would be to communicate that with the other person.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of like not naming it because it's there and it's in the energy. I don't know. It's
Mm-hmm.
not happened. It's not happened yet, has it? But I hope I do come back in a year and go, oh my god.
So what would be your dream? You know, for when we'll be talking. What would be like,
Well, like there's other couples that I know in my life, and I'd want that, like accountability, honesty, intimacy,
mm-hmm.
but like the all of it, the struggles as well as the great bits, just showing up with it all, because something else goes on when that happens. I've witnessed it lots of times on workshops when couples are doing it together, and it just blows my mind what comes from that.
Mm-hmm. So you're longing, you're wishing that for yourself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And what is, you know, what do you think is stopping you from having that in your life right now? How come you're not having that in your life right now?
Fear. Just
okay.
fear.
You want to say some more about fear?
Scared of rejection. Where we were at the beginning, that love hurts. So those experiences, and then everyone who I'd say I don't think I really know what love is yet. But I've had experience where I've cared deeply for people in my life, and then they've left for whatever reason. So I've obviously made that mean something. So because of that, now I've been on my own for 2 years. I'm terrified to even enter into something with anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Terrified of the same happening, but it's a bit.
So hold on, slow down here a little bit, because this is important, right?
Yeah.
So sounds like that even though it's your biggest or one of your big dreams or your wishes for yourself is to enter a relationship that is open hearted, where you can be vulnerable, where you can be you, where you can really experience love and love.
Yeah.
At the same time, it's the most scariest thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I get that. So how do you defend against that? How do you protect yourself of not being heard, and you know you have a you have a background where people you care about go and leave for whatever reason, right? And I get how painful love can be.
Yeah.
When I lost my brother to addiction, that ripped my heart out. So I get how scary loving someone can be.
So my defense, I'll just shut them out. They won't even get a little weigh in or anything.
Maybe they do, and maybe just up to here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What about your children? How close can they get?
Closer than anyone else. My eldest one though, there's, because like I was in addiction for years, and he's the furthest one away from me.
How often do you allow yourself to be fully, open-heartedly present with your children? Like really, I don't just mean to be there and to really take in what they're doing and that, but to have those moments, and it's hard to find the right words for it, where you just, where you're looking at them, or where you're holding them, or where you just feel like your heart is bursting open and their hearts are open, and you just have those few seconds or milliseconds of really, really, really deep and powerful connection.
Oh, so this is bittersweet because I get moments like that with Louis every day. And with Molly and Connor, I'm scared. Yeah. I don't know if that's because I feel like I've hurt them so much, or they've been somewhere else for such a long time that I don't know how to connect with them anymore. But with Louis, the one, he's only 3.5. I've had moments like that all the time since the day he was born. And I did with the others when they were born too, when you're in nurturing mode with them, and it's just amazing. That separation, don't know, it's created something. And then I feel guilty because I've got it so close with one, and they're like left out. Oh dear.
So how would you like to show up in the relationship between your two oldest?
So just connecting, talking, and asking them about themselves, or like, this is funny because a few weeks back, a lady was staying with me for the weekend, and Connor was talking to her, and it was a flowing, amazing conversation, and I was sat back thinking, oh my god, when it's just me and him, we're not like this. And
then what did you make that mean about you?
I'm a bad mom. Yeah.
And then what do you do when you make that mean about you?
In the relationship or to myself?
Both.
So that's what creates the separation in the relationship, and I'll be I'm not loving. I'm like telling him like on his back. I'm not loving at all. It's like, oh, stressed out, worn out, and to myself, I beat myself up. And then that's when the food comes in, and usually on them emotions.
So you're creating the very thing that you're defending against, right?
Yeah. Oh.
So there's something happens and you're viewing it because you've got that fear going on anyway, that you're carrying that guilt from that you weren't able to be the mom that you wanted to be back then, or that you could be, or whatever. And then there's something happening, and you're seeing it through those eyes, interpreting it as, there you go. See, I can't speak to him like this. We don't have that connection. That obviously means that I am this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
So emotions are coming up.
Yeah.
And the voice gets louder, and it's giving you probably even more things that you're not doing right. And off you are.
Say that again.
And then off you are.
Yeah.
Doing more things that give you more, that give that voice more, that ego more evidence that you are this, that, and the other. Right?
Yeah.
So, when you were saying earlier that you're not in a relationship right now, and you cannot really practice. You're laughing, you know what I'm gonna say, right? So you're in a relationship with 2 amazing people, 3 amazing people.
Yeah.
What would it be like to practice connecting, sharing, and obviously what's child appropriate to share, but just showing up with them?
Yeah. Yeah. I'd like to practice that. I think that'd be quite nice. And I've got Molly on Saturday. It's her birthday. She's 13 this weekend. Where does the time go?
What would you like the relationship with your children to look like? How do you want to feel in that relationship?
How do I want to feel? Useful, resourceful, helpful. Nurturing, kind and loving. Oh, do you know what? I'm like my mother. The things that, oh my God. Like I said about my experience of love as a child.
Mm-hmm.
So my mum doing whatever she was doing, the cooking and working and never having any time. That's what I feel like. Not all the time, but I can be the same.
Mm-hmm.
Irritated that they want something from me. Oh my god. Oh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god. It's like so saying that that's not what I want to pass on to them anyway. I don't want it to be that cycle that goes around and stays the same. Definitely not. I don't want them to be behaving like that with their children or teaching that.
So what do you wanna teach your children about love, about value, about worthiness, about belonging?
That love matters, that they are loved, that they're amazing. You know, to be confident, to chase the dreams. But in my mind, this little voice is going, you fucking can't teach what you've not fucking got.
So thank you for sharing that voice. Right?
Yeah.
And is that true?
No. It nearly had me though.
Because truth is, right, that you can teach values.
Yeah.
And the way to teach them is by demonstrating them. So by you stepping into your own values and what matters to you, you're automatically teaching a different set of values that you might have been brought up.
I think that's why it's difficult with Connor because he's 19. He's learned a set of values from me, and I'm trying to model or teach him another set that don't match the set that he already knows. So it's like
So what I'm saying is that, he's grown up the way he's grown up.
Yeah.
Right? But he can experience you in a different way.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Absolutely, yeah.
And it's not about undoing or teaching something new. It's about living to who you are.
Yeah.
Right? Because this is what you want to teach, right? This is what you said.
Yeah.
And what is he seeing? What kind of mom is doing an level 3 diploma in what is it?
Oh no, I'm qualified now.
I know. Right?
So
who's starting up a business.
Yeah.
Out of nothing. So you can get stuck. You can stay stuck in the past and all the things that you haven't done and what you didn't do.
Yeah. Does it, like, it must matter though? Well, and I'll tell you why I think that. Because it mattered to me with what happened with me and my mum.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And in some way, I want to help him with that.
Mm-hmm.
But I suppose that's not my job till he's ready. Or, I don't know. I see him suffering and it feels, it's because I've felt that suffering. I know what he's going through.
Mm-hmm.
It feels similar.
Mm-hmm. So again, you're coming back to the relationship that you would like to have.
Yeah.
And how you want to show up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And leaving enough room for him to, to have his struggle and to have his journey.
Mm.
And again, you're modeling your ethics, your value. What matters to me.
Yeah.
You don't have to wait for outside things to change.
Mm-hmm.
You can do that here and now.
Yeah, I just think it's a difficult road sometimes with children.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hell yeah.
We're not immune to making mistakes, I don't think.
Thank God for that.
Yeah.
Because, that gives them the biggest learning opportunity ever, because we can teach of, what it means to be human.
Yeah.
What it means to make mistakes and how to navigate through them, and that it's okay. It's okay to make mistakes. Absolutely okay.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That we're all finding our feet and trying our best with whatever we've got.
Yeah.
We make mistakes. Absolutely, we're.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it's what we're making them mean about who we are.
Yeah.
That is what's making the difference.
Yeah.
And all it means that this may be an area that needs some more love and attention.
Yeah.
And ultimately, it all goes down to what our biggest goals are.
Yeah.
And how we can practice them in the middle of our struggle, in the middle of crisis, and in the middle of happiness.
Yeah. Well, it's easy to do it in the middle of happiness, isn't it?
Well, for some people, like, being happy can be a real trigger.
Yeah.
Because it kind of goes and they're like, oh my God, I don't think I deserve it. Like, for me, no, honestly, for me, it was a huge trigger. After my brother passed away, it's like, who the hell am I to have a loving relationship? Who am I to, be so successful in my academics and in my career and all that? Who the F am I? Who the F am I to have a father who loves me? Because he never. So, it can go either way.
Yeah. Get that.
And it's the same when you're in a relationship. Who are you to be really loved? I mean, right? So there is someone who dearly, who wants to be with you. It's you. And the head and the ego was like, well, if you'd only know me, right?
Yeah. God.
I know that's a tough one, right?
Yeah.
I know. Mm-hmm.
But then if you're not willing to go there and try, then you'll never know, will you?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
we've got another like 5 to 10 minutes.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just gonna say, so I'll be watching out and be more mindful that if something crosses my path in the future, then I might be willing to take a little risk with it.
And you may not have to wait until someone crosses your path. I mean, there are some people in your life right now.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll let you know how it goes.
Mm-hmm. So how do you feel right now?
I feel relieved. Because, like, the surface can be okay, can't it? But then, like, you didn't realise there was this there or that there, and I feel like lighter.
Mm-hmm.
Clearer.
Mm-hmm. And if you had to, can you stand up? Can you stand up?
Oh, stand up.
Mm-hmm. And can you just like kind of give me a posture of what you looked like when you were coming in at the beginning of our session and you were sharing, your. Can you move the camera a little bit higher up so I can see you?
All right.
Okay.
So, my posture, what?
Yeah. So what your posture was like when we started out our session?
I can't remember. Probably like this, slouchy.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
No.
And right now, how are you? How are you feeling? How are you standing?
Taller.
Okay. And how would you say you're feeling right now?
Connected.
Mm-hmm.
Connected and tall.
Mm-hmm. And what allowed you to feel that way? And to embody it as well? What did you do over the past almost hour and a half?
Be honest. be me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Oh yeah.
And this is our cakes.
Mm.
Okay. That is you complete for today?
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you for allowing me to be here with you today, Anna.
Mm-hmm. And I want to thank you for your courage and for your openness and honesty. And it was as usual a pleasure speaking to you.
Yeah. As always.
I'm just going to pause the recording now, okay?
Mm-hmm.